This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday, day after 4th of July holiday. Lots of people heading back to work this morning. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Stephanie Roberts in for Ray Collins. Yes, people were certainly out and about early this morning. Traffic back on the roads. You know, when that holiday falls on a Tuesday, it kind of means a reality check on Wednesday morning. Right. Maybe it's like a second Monday, John Scalzi. It kind of feels like it.
It does, only it happens halfway through the work week, which I would like to do that all the time, don't you think?
It's like a little mini week for work.
I know.
You only got a few days at work, so don't worry about it.
Completely works for me. Good news is there's not a lot of rainfall around this morning for your morning commute, so everything there should be A-OK, looks like. Coming home tonight, different story. There could be some showers around. Yesterday, we did pretty well in terms of outdoor celebratory activities. I don't think we had a whole lot of rain shower marring outdoor celebrations. We had a few around. I mean, it is July, and I know I had to dodge a shower or two during the barbecue hour last night, but they didn't last long. Now, around 9 o'clock last night, we did have one that popped up right along the coast, and that did indeed sprinkle a few folks gathered to see the fireworks displays, but it really picked up after it moved offshore, and that's where you got the lightning bolts and such. And all in all, I think everything went off without a hitch pretty much last night. The satellite view shows pretty quiet conditions across the region. Lots of sunshine anticipated through the morning hours. Expect to see those temperatures rise rather rapidly under the influence of all that humidity that's around. It will feel like about 100 degrees as we head into the noontime and shortly thereafter. Watch for about a 30% chance of showers today, slightly higher than yesterday. There'll be a few more storms around near the coast late in the afternoon. Complete forecast details coming up in just a few.
All right, thank you, John. We'll be watching for those late day showers. Out on the roadways this morning, no problem spots, just kind of normal early morning volume. We still have good maneuvering around Bradenton, I-75, looking good, Sarasota and Manatee. A little bit of a backup there at Fruitville and 301, also as you head south on 41. But in South County, I-75 moving well, no accidents or delays to report across the Suncoast.
Topping our news this half hour, a big day for President Trump as he heads overseas for his second foreign trip as president.
First stop, Poland, then on to Germany for the G20 summit and the highly anticipated face-to-face meeting with Vladimir Putin. ABC's Emily Raw has the latest.
After a 4th of July celebration at the White House,
our country is doing really well.
President Trump now heads to Poland on the way to Germany for the G20 summit, and all eyes are on the Friday sit-down with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
I think Donald Trump is in a sort of a precarious position because one of the only friends he has is Vladimir Putin in the international community when he meets over in Europe.
But after praising Putin in the past,
I think Putin's been a very strong leader for Russia.
If Putin likes Donald Trump, I consider that an asset, not a liability.
will the president press him on Russia's hacking of the U.S. election?
You would think he would have no choice, but all the reporting and all of the things we've heard is that he is not going to bring it up.
The White House won't say either way. Last week, downplaying the meeting altogether, calling it a normal bilateral discussion. But Russia, not so much. Instead, billing it as a full-fledged seated meeting, releasing a detailed agenda of Putin's points of interest, ranging from the war on terror to sanctions imposed by President Obama in response to meddling in the election.
The Russian hacking in the election, definitely the elephant in the room in this meeting. Another big item on the agenda, though, how to deal with North Korea. Emily Rao, ABC News, Washington.
Thank you, Emily. And as just mentioned, this is all coming as the U.S. and South Korea conduct a joint military exercise just hours after U.S. military analysts say North Korea launched a probable two-stage intercontinental ballistic missile yesterday. The missile reportedly ignited and stayed in flight for 37 minutes. The launch put U.S. officials on high alert. U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson says America will bring North Korea's actions before the United Nations Security Council as early as today.
And while the president heads overseas to work on improving foreign policy, the Secretary of Homeland Security is planning his own trip to Mexico today. DHS announced the planned trip last night. They say Secretary John Kelly will travel to Mexico City, where he'll discuss issues affecting the U.S. and Mexico with Mexican officials. Those will include confronting transnational criminal organizations and promoting regional security and economic cooperation. Kelly is expected to be in Mexico City for 2 days.
Meanwhile, in London, despite huge offers, the health of a terminally ill British infant has changed very little. Baby Charlie Gard is suffering from a rare genetic disease that left him severely brain damaged. The child is waiting to be treated in the United States with trial therapy. More than $1.6 million has been raised to help him leave Britain for treatment. President Trump has also offered to help, but hospital specialists have said the experimental therapy will not help. 3 British courts have ruled it's in Charlie's best interest to be allowed to die with dignity. His parents are currently spending time with their son before he is taken off life support.
In New Jersey, state parks and beach reopened yesterday just in time for the 4th of July holiday. Late Monday night, Governor Chris Christie announced a budget deal to end the state's government shutdown. The governor also addressed the criticism over his family visit to a beach near his residence. The state-run beach was closed to the public as part of a government shutdown.
Let's be really clear. That's our residence, and we have a right to be there whenever we want to be there.
Well, social media had a field day with the trending hashtag Beachgate, sparking memes of the lounging governor dropped in iconic scenes such as Forrest Gump and at the Oval Office. The outgoing governor is right now America's least popular governor, with one poll showing his approval rating at just 15%.
In Florida, follow-up now on a missing woman as the FBI and Coast Guard beef up their investigation in the disappearance of Isabella Hellman. The newlywed was on a boating trip with her husband when their catamaran took on water about 30 miles off the coast of the Bahamas in May. Her husband tells the Coast Guard he was asleep when the boat hit something and that he could not find his wife. So he signaled for help, got on a life raft. Hellman's family has accused him of killing her, but he's denying that. The FBI is searching the couple's condo for evidence. A woman is still recovering in a hospital in Fort Myers this morning after being struck by lightning. 26-year-old Megan Davidson was just 7 days from her due date when she was struck in the head by a lightning bolt last Thursday in front of her home. She remains in intensive care, but family members say her condition is improving. Doctors ended up delivering her baby, who is also being closely monitored. Friends and family are now asking for prayers and support.
A beautiful family. Matt, I just want everybody to just keep praying. Everybody, if this is going to be showed, just anybody out there, just continue to pray.
Davidson is also the mom to 2 other children.
Meanwhile, a man is grateful to be alive this morning after almost losing his hand in a fireworks explosion. Elliot Andrews of Fort Lauderdale lost a few of his fingers when a firework exploded in his hand last week. He says he was lighting the firework and it exploded too quickly. Andrews went for a checkup yesterday where doctors said he was lucky they were able to reattach several of his fingers. However, they were not able to save his index finger.
Yeah, it could have been worse. I could have lost my whole hand.
A similar incident also happened Monday in that same area. As for whether or not he'll light fireworks again, Elliot says he's not going to let this bring him down. He'll just be more careful next time. And in Fort Pierce, all caught on camera, a man drives his car into an apartment building, killing himself and trapping a woman inside her apartment. 18 other people were displaced in that incident as well. Police believe the man and woman got into an argument and he crashed into the building intentionally. They say he had 4 propane tanks in his car.
Soaring temperatures across the Sunshine State are posing dangerous risks for both humans and pets. In Boynton Beach, police had to smash a car window to rescue a dog from a hot vehicle. The dog was spotted by a passerby while the owner ran inside the bank. The car's engine was off and all the windows were rolled up. After 15 minutes, police smashed the car window and gave that dog some water. The owner was not arrested, but police later issued a stern warning on Facebook saying it is never okay to leave your pet in an unattended vehicle. Man, those temperatures in the cars get to 120 in minutes.
Yeah.
It sure does.
It's dangerous as can be.
It sure does.
Very scary.
And even just playing with your dog out in the backyard in the afternoon, it gets to be pretty hard.
Yeah, with the heat index where it is, man.
Oh, it's crazy.
Steamy.
Yes, it is. They love ice, though. I tell you what, they go for the ice. So do I. We have, again, showers and thunderstorms to break the heat later on this afternoon. We'll talk about that in a second.
All right, and coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, a look at local veterans, how they took time to reflect during the 4th of July holiday.
We'll tell you what memories they're keeping in their thoughts after this.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. Explore amazing merchants on the Suncoast. Find great prices, products, and services. Go to mysuncoast.com to buy local today.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, this is a really cool shot that's sent in by Raymond. We really do appreciate that. Sent in as he went down to Fort Myers to watch the miracle. They managed to catch this shot about 2 days ago. Can you see what's going on here? Hard to see. Let me zoom in for you. And maybe you can make it out. Right in the center of your picture, we've got a water spout. That's hard to see. Most people, I'm sure, missed it, but Raymond managed to catch it. And just another indication of how subtle nature can be and how you get an eye to the sky. And if you do, you can often be surprised about what you see up there. There's always something to look at. I had a college professor who once told me that if you're traveling cross country, so long as you look up on the sky occasionally, you'll never get bored. And you know what? He's right. 77 degrees the air temperature, dew point coming in at 74. It's a warm, steamy start to the day. We have an east wind that's fairly light now coming in at about 3. That easterly wind again will encourage the showers and thunderstorms which form in inland areas to drift back toward the coastline a little bit later in the afternoon. Temperatures are fairly uniform. We have mid-70s in inland areas. It is a little bit warmer right along the immediate coastline, though. 80 degrees Longboat Key, 78 in Venice and Inglewood, 77 in Northport and Lakewood, Ranch Parish at 76, and Bradenton comes in at 76 as well. So quiet on your morning commute this morning. If you are headed back to work, it should not be an issue weather-wise. We have some quiet conditions since about midnight last night. Everything kind of quieted down, and overnight has been a dry night. Now, we do, by the direction of motion of these radar echoes, have a southeasterly wind flow over the entire state, basically. A little less so as you move north of Tampa Bay. More of a southerly wind will develop there a little later on today. And that southeasterly wind flow will again just pump moisture in across the peninsula and set the stage for afternoon showers and thunderstorms once we get the heat of the day starting to effectively build our sea breeze. The characteristics of the showers that we get today will be typical summertime thunderstorm kind of activity. The Severe Storm Prediction Center puts us in that category. But just to the north of us in the deep south, if you're traveling today, just about every one of our airport hubs will have strong storms nearby. It looks like Dallas. Atlanta will be close. Certainly the Charlotte and Raleigh-Durham airports both will have the possibility of seeing some stronger storms in their forecast. High pressure, the dominant weather feature. Southeast wind continues. That southeast wind will watch the high pressure ridges lift a little further north and perhaps strengthen over the next several days. That will encourage the east coast sea breeze to go across the state, move into our neck of the woods, and help fire up those afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Slightly higher rain chance closer to the coast and very warm again today. Future rainfall forecast shows that general westward motion of those showers a little bit later on, and that same thing will hold true probably again tomorrow as well. Tropics we go. Quick look at this cluster of showers that you see right here, about 3,000 miles away from us. That cluster of showers again has a very high chance of developing over the next couple of days. It'll probably be called dawn before the next 24 hours is up. And that wave is forecast to move on a general motion that causes us to keep an eye on it. Now, I will say that just to the north of these forecast tracks, its consensus of model, it kind of shows that the Lesser Antilles might be in under the gun by the time we get to the weekend. And then thereafter, perhaps the east coast of the United States or Bermuda. But there's a lot of dry air up here, and that could harm this system dramatically. Nevertheless, we'll keep an eye on it and let you know how it develops with time. Better rainfall chances as we head into the weekend. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Taking a look at traffic, looks like it is increasing throughout Manatee County as we headed back to work today. State Road 70, also 14th Street West, seeing an increase in traffic. I-75 looking good as we head into Sarasota County. However, looks like some slowdowns on 41 heading south as you pass by in between Fruitville and Bee Ridge. Also, as you pass by Clark Road, but South County looking pretty quiet at 6:18 on your Wednesday morning. And the 4th of July was a chance for us to celebrate freedom in this country, of course.
But for those who fought for that freedom, the holiday can bring back memories from war as well as symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. Kate Flexter has more.
Yeah, I was a combat paramedic. I was a Navy corpsman, and so my whole job, was treating trauma.
After 2 tours of duty in Iraq, Brian Jacobs suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD.
I have triggers. As you grow outside the military, you realize what those triggers are and you learn how to deal with them.
He's reminded by one of those triggers each year in July. The sound of unexpected fireworks.
I could feel the impact of the boom. It was so close. That can be jarring.
It's a feeling he shares with thousands of Americans. 1 in 5 of the 2.5 million veterans who served in Iraq and Afghanistan have been diagnosed with PTSD. And experts say the sound of fireworks can trigger those symptoms.
Your blood pressure starts to pump, your eyes are wide open, you hear more clearly. I mean, it's really weird how your body reacts.
At the Veterans of Foreign Wars post in Sarasota, Robert Bryant works with veterans coping with PTSD.
It's also the older veterans as well that have been in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam.
Around the 4th of July holiday, he makes sure veterans have the resources they need, from the VA's PTSD hotline to connecting each person with a network of fellow veterans.
You can put earplugs on to avoid the sound, or talk to a friend that they've been in the same situation, maybe could talk to each other.
For Jacobs, the most important thing is creating a safe environment for yourself and taking the time to enjoy the holiday our veterans fought to defend.
We fought for these freedoms. We fought for this ability for this holiday to happen. I mean, so this is something important as veterans. We need to understand that we need to celebrate as well.
Kate Flexter, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
I absolutely love that story. A lot of times you'll see veterans who have signs actually in their yard that will say, combat veteran lives here, please be courteous with your fireworks, sometimes when they're at their own home.
It's something people may not think of, so
Yeah.
it's good to have it brought out. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, the Pharma Bro, famous for hiking up the price of a life-saving drug, is on trial for federal securities fraud.
We'll tell you what to expect as Martin Shkreli returns to court today. Stay with us. We'll have that story coming up.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Since 1928, Kerastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Kerastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota flooring.
When you are home alone, an emergency can become a tragedy. However, with any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, whether in the bathroom,
I've fallen in the shower.
at home,
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
and on the go.
Help! I've fallen in the park and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-518-0221. That's 1-800-518-0221. Call now, 1-800-518-0221. For a free brochure, call 1-800-518-0221.
We asked you, Suncoast, why do you like ABC7?
I like ABC7 because it's local.
It gives me all the local news, local weather.
It's so local and so community driven.
Haley Wilgus does a great job.
John Scalzi, that's my guy.
Bob Harrigan is wonderful.
Stephanie's my favorite. I like Scott Dennis.
I like them all.
We're all very grateful that you cover what you do and you're here to participate with the community.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Tomorrow on ABC7 News at 7.
You never can predict the market, I get it, but you get to a point, it's kind of like relationships. You just have to sometimes just pick something and not worry that there's something better or this is going to turn or that's going to turn.
Reading the market in a post-recession economy, what you need to know before buying. I'm Haley Wilgus. Find out what realtors recommend.
Tomorrow on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Welcome back. Beautiful shot of the horizon this morning in Sarasota. Those clouds very pink, very blue, very pastel colors at 6:23 this morning. The federal securities fraud trial of Pharma Bro Martin Shkreli resumes today in New York.
ABC's Lindsay Davis has details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, just one day after prosecutors asked a judge for a gag order, infamously outspoken pharmaceutical CEO Martin Shkreli appeared on his YouTube live stream. Late Monday, prosecutors filed a motion to silence Shkreli, saying he embarked on a campaign of disruption by surprising reporters in an overflow room in court during his trial for charges of securities fraud, calling the prosecution junior varsity, saying his attorney brought down the house against them. The prosecution is also asking the court to ban Shkreli from social media. His attorney objected to that order, but outside court Friday told CNBC Shkreli should stick to his right to remain silent.
I would very much appreciate it if he did not talk to the press.
And coming up at 7 a.m., Nancy Grace weighs in live on the case. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lindsay Davis, ABC News, New York.
At Panera, a salad is so much more than one thing.
more than one flavor or texture or color. A good, clean salad is so much more than green. And with Panera Catering, more for your event. Panera, food as it should be.
If you use denture paste instead of Seabond seals, your dentures may not hold as strong all day. Only Seabond has gradual release technology, so it holds 75% stronger all day versus the leading paste without the ooze. Seabond, stronger hold all day.
And in this simple, everyday act, we see. When we give, we receive.
Yo po me, Scott. Yo Pomeranian, Scoots. Yo po me, Suckus. Oh, Triscuit, topped with yogurt, pomegranate, and pistachios. Yo Pomistachio Skit. Well, that rolls off the tongue.
Hard to say, easy to make. Triscuit, make skit happen.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob Vitello, and this is Chef Alan Bristow. What are you making for us today, buddy?
Well, we've got a really beautiful little panini sandwich that we're making. It's got a blackberry, sort of like a blackberry compote with it, Bob, which is really nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the stuffing first for this. And the stuffing is wonderful. It's just red onions. It's sharp cheese, whatever type of cheese you like, you can use. A little bit of arugula that's been chopped up so it works. This is shredded chicken, and we got the chicken from Publix using the Publix rotisserie chicken, Bob. Great product.
We ate half of it before.
We love it. So we're just going to mix this up, just like this, and this is the stuffing. This is what goes in the panini. So we've already just taken a couple of pieces of this bread, and we put a little garlic butter on there.
What kind of bread you got there?
This is a really nice ciabatta.
Ah, ciabatta bread.
You know what ciabatta means in Italian?
I think I taught you that.
I think you taught
Let's
me
tell
that.
them what it means. Slipper. All right.
So, like a shield. So anyway, we've got that on there. We're going to turn it over. We're going to coat it with a little of this beautiful blackberry mixture here.
Looks good.
Yes, it's nice right here. It's a great little dish right here. You get your sweet, you get a little bit of saltiness to it, so it gives you a little bit of. So make sure you cover all the bread as best you can here, just like that. Then we take our little mixture here. We put this on the inside. Nice mix like that. Okay, and we're going to put it just like this.
That was pretty cool. I had the blueberries up.
Had the
first.
blueberries up, now the
Blackberries.
blueberries are down. We got a little panini press here, and this is such a great little tool if you have it. But if you don't have it, you can also use a saute pan and do it the exact same way, or it's almost like a real fancy grilled cheese sandwich.
It's great, man. I love it.
If you do have a panini press, you pull it out, and you have this beautiful sandwich just like this.
All right. Starting tomorrow, be sure to stop by your Publix Apron Simple Meals kiosk, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients after sampling this delicious dish. Where can you buy one of these?
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetzy. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, designer Camel & Beth brings a fashion show of her summer line, plus the most sought-after neighborhoods in Suncoast for sale and Yo Sushi.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, thousands of people turn out across the area for the 4th of July holiday. We'll take a look back at the latest Independence Day celebration.
Plus, a popular seafood restaurant on Siesta Key is closed this morning after a truck smashes through its front window.
And the city of Sarasota banning medical marijuana for now. We'll take a look at the issues they face moving forward. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
Live from the ABC 7 studios. This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Beautiful shot over the horizon of Sarasota this morning. Looks pretty clear out there. Not a whole lot of clouds out in the sky. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Stephanie Roberts in for Ray Collins. We are off to a mild start this morning, but meteorologist John Scalzi was correct. No major issues with storms for fireworks last night, so that was nice for everybody, but we still have major heat.
Mild. I like the way you put that, Stephanie. That's the positive approach. Mild. It's not humid or sticky. Mild it is. I like that.
Yes, it is.
I like that. Yes, we have again today a chance of seeing some very warm afternoon feels-like temperatures. When you combine the humidity along with the daytime actual air temperature, we could see feels-like temperatures close to 100 again today. We saw 101, 102 around the area last afternoon, and we could probably see it again today. Showers, better chance today. We had that one lone shower last night around fireworks time, build and move offshore, so that the fireworks display got off without too much of a hitch, but it certainly was framed in the background of lightning and thunder out in Gulf waters. A lot of sunshine to greet your day today, and that will rapidly send our temperatures up into the upper 80s to near 90 as we head into the noontime hour, and then in the afternoon, low 90s will do it just about everywhere. We'll have the complete forecast for you coming up in a few.
All right, looking at the roadways this morning, people are heading back to work as we see some building volume now in Bradenton. 301, especially in the southbound direction, also picking up. We are looking at I-75 with no problems through Manatee County and down into Sarasota. Building volume getting on Fruitville Road at I-75, also both directions of Bee Ridge. No problems on Clark Road, but we are looking at also building volume on I-75 southbound into South County. No major accidents or delays to report at 6:33.
Topping our news this morning, thousands of people poured into Bayfront Park last night in Sarasota for the annual 4th of July fireworks show.
Colorful pyrotechnics lit up the sky over Sarasota Bay, and Rick Adams was there.
Beautiful colors lit up the night sky over Sarasota Bay Tuesday night. Each year, it's a display that gets thousands of folks excited.
I've been coming here for many years to see the fireworks. It's a beautiful sight and beautiful area to do it.
I think they do a better job each and every year, so we keep coming back.
Red, white, and blue were the colors of the day. These are colors that Michelle and James were looking forward to wearing to honor America's birthday and enjoy a great fireworks show as well.
He loves fireworks.
Yes,
anything that explodes makes him happy.
There were a lot of explosions and bright colors for the people to enjoy. Crew members from Zambelli Fireworks spent many hours on Monday and Tuesday preparing for the big show, even in the rain at times.
We have been here for about 14, 15 years now. We have a computer choreographed 22-minute display.
The best part is that it doesn't cost anything for anyone attending the fireworks show in Bayfront Park and the surrounding areas.
This one is free, and it's good because you've got the breeze coming right off the water and beautiful city fireworks right here.
Although the fireworks display is free, the Marina Jack restaurant uses this event as a fundraiser for Suncoast Charities for Children. And with that, there's only one thing left to say for this holiday.
Happy 4th of July!
In Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
There were also massive crowds filling America's #1 beach yesterday at Siesta Key. Traffic was bumper to bumper for several hours, and parking was nearly impossible to find. By 8:30 a.m., the public parking lot on Siesta Key was already full. Early in the day, sheriff's deputies were out directing drivers to other available lots further from the water, but even by midday, those lots were full as well. On the back streets, people were renting parking spaces on their own private property for money, but it was the free trolleys that saved the day.
I'm escorting them, since they're a little bit of ways from the beach, I'm escorting them from the parking spots to the beach, from the church to the beach, or I'm bringing them out to the village, because once you get a parking spot, you don't want to lose it. So the best thing I can do is provide the service for them to get back and forth, A to B, wherever they need to go.
Many visitors even stayed on Siesta Key throughout the fireworks show, which happened at 9 o'clock last night.
It was also an extremely busy day on area waterways. Florida leads the country with more than 700 boating accidents last year, and it involved 67 fatalities and more than $10 million in damage. The statistics from the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission show that not only was alcohol a factor in many of these accidents, but operator speed and inexperience also play crucial parts. Boat instructors throughout the Suncoast were out yesterday making sure that everyone was prepped before they hit the waters, all in an effort to reduce even the minor accidents that can lead to major damage.
People pulling in, they're bumping into each other's boats, or at the sandbar, somebody's anchor will come loose and the boat swings, and we'll strike another vessel out there.
June had the most accidents of any month so far this year, with 94 boat accidents throughout the state.
And now that all of the festivities are done and big crowds are heading home, there will likely be some work to be done this morning. You can help clean up the trash and litter left behind on our area beaches. Volunteers are still needed for the Liberty Litter cleanup this morning. Crews will be out at Siesta Key, Lido Beach, South Lido Beach, Nokomis Beach, North Jetty Beach, and Blind Pass Beach from 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. So you got about 25-30 minutes to head out there before it all gets started.
2 teenagers are recovering this morning after allegedly being beaten and robbed Monday night. According to Manatee County deputies, 2 teens were walking along 12th Street West in Bradenton when another man walked up to them and offered to sell them drugs. The victim said no, and the suspect attacked one of them. That's when several other people also began beating the 2 teens. The suspects then took their money and ran off. If you know anything about the suspects, you are being asked to contact the Manatee County Sheriff's Office immediately. A popular seafood restaurant on Siesta Key is closed this morning after a truck smashes through its front window. It happened around 9:30 at the Lobster Pot restaurant on Ocean Boulevard. Troopers say 62-year-old Ernest Foraker of Pennsylvania lost control of his pickup truck and it went straight into the front of the building. Luckily, the restaurant was closed at the time, but the entire storefront, as you can see, is damaged, including the frame and tables and chairs. Troopers believe that Foraker suffered a medical episode just before that accident. He was taken to the hospital and is in stable condition.
An update now on a busy road and bridge closure in Sarasota. Osprey Bridge is now open to pedestrians and bicyclists. According to city officials, Osprey Avenue between Hillview Street and Mound Street is expected to reopen to vehicles by July 14th. The road was closed last July for construction on Lift Station 87 so that crews could do micro-tunneling work on the bridge over the Hudson Bayou. It's all part of a major project to replace the current lift station. That new station is scheduled to be finished by 2020.
A follow-up on how the city of Sarasota is handling medical marijuana. City commissioners are moving forward with extending the ban on dispensaries within city limits. So the ban will hold for only 60 days while commissioners work on an ordinance to try to figure out how to regulate our dispensaries. The Sarasota Police Department is meeting with commissioners about the rules. Last October, the city put a 6-month ban in place. And this has been in the works for more than a year and a half. A new internal medical practice will finally open in the community of Newtown today. A grand opening ceremony for the Sarasota Memorial Internal Medicine Practice is set for 1 p.m. In Newtown, this will offer full primary and preventative care for anyone 18 and older. The office is on MLK Junior Way, and the community is invited to come out and meet the doctors, plus get tours and refreshments. This practice expects to serve as many as 1,800 patients in need of medical care in just the first year.
Well, take a look at this video from one of our Good Morning Suncoast viewers. Jack Elka sent us this video of a very, very crowded Manatee Beach Park yesterday. As many other parks and beaches were just as crowded. People packed the sands to celebrate the 4th, of course, and Jack's drone shot shows us just how many people hit the beach, with more, of course, pouring in later on in the day to watch the fireworks. Thanks again for such a beautiful shot, Jack. Now, if you have any pictures that you took or any videos from the holiday weekend that you like us to feature on Good Morning Suncoast, you can still send it to us on our website at mysuncoast.com, or you can also head to our Facebook page. Also, you can check out my Facebook page, John's Facebook page, and Ray Collins' Facebook page as well. There are our addresses as well. Just simply type us in there. You could be featured on Good Morning Suncoast as well.
I'll tell you what, those beachgoers are brave. I was out at the Venice Dog Beach yesterday, and the sand was so hot that going from the water back to the parking lot, burning our feet, burning dogs' feet, and you know, you look at those beaches, it was over 100 with the heat index, yet everybody's out there.
Absolutely. I mean, even though the water temperatures are still hovering around 90, it's still,
which felt great, by the way.
It still feels good.
I was going to say, I went out in the water, and it wasn't hot bath water, but it wasn't cold, like warm water, lukewarm. It's pretty
still
hot.
comfy. It still feels good.
I felt like warm bath water to me.
But you're quite right. We got to remember those dogs' paws because they can get burned, especially on dark concrete and things like that. It's tough.
Take him for a walk.
Okay, I'm told we got to wrap, so we're going to wrap. Weather in a second.
All right, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. A blast from the past as Prince's Purple Rain album gets remastered.
We'll tell you how the classic soundtrack is climbing back into the Billboard charts after this.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help.
And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Already 77 degrees, but a little bit cooler than it was 24 hours ago, at least. We were at 78 yesterday at this hour, so hey, I'll take a degree wherever I can get it at this time of year, right? 74 degrees, the dew point value, the measure of how much moisture there is in the air, and there's still plenty of that around. We have an east-southeast wind coming in at about 3 right now. That easterly wind flow will continue throughout the day today. That'll help take showers and thunderstorms that build inland and drift them back toward the coast. 74 degrees, Wauchula, 75 Arcadia, Mayaca, the same, Parrish and Bradenton ditto. Lakewood Ranch comes in a degree warmer at 76, and we have 78 in Venice and Inglewood, 76 in Northport, and Longboat Key comes in at 79 degrees. Not much going on weather-wise across the region currently. We do have a lone shower down to the south, though, around Lake Okeechobee. I think we'll probably see More of that occurring as we head into the mid-morning hours, and this southeasterly wind flow continues to pump the moisture into the especially southern tip of the state south of Lake Okeechobee. Those showers and thunderstorms gradually get closer to us as that east coast sea breeze marches across the state, collides with our west coast sea breeze that develops a little bit later in the afternoon, and we see showers and thunderstorms ensue. A little bit better chance today of showers than we had yesterday. The center of the high pressure ridge is going to lift just a little bit further to the north, and that will allow for perhaps a few more showers around. Up the rain chance by about 10% today. We'll look for a slightly higher rain chance in the afternoon, closer to the coast showers today than yesterday, and very warm again with feels like temperatures again up near 100. Watch the RPM computer model show those showers build, drift back to the coast. Tomorrow they build and drift back to the coast. Same sort of situation that we'll have probably for the next several days. Only by the weekend, our rain chances are going to go up further to about 50 or 60%. Tropical wave still here. Invest 94L, probably soon to become a tropical storm named Dawn. This system has computer model forecasts that take it pretty much consistently on a west or northwesterly motion over the next several days. By say Saturday or Sunday, I think some of the island nations are going to have to watch it pretty carefully. Then thereafter, there becomes a larger spread in what happens with that track. So next week, we'll be watching it very carefully. It could impact the eastern seaboard of the United States, or it could head up toward Bermuda, or it could be completely absorbed by dry air to the north and just fade away. One to watch. Daytime highs in the low 90s, rain chances going up by the weekend. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Taking a look at traffic, Manatee County pretty quiet. Your only slowdowns really on 41 heading towards Cortez Road as you head northbound. In Sarasota County, traffic picking up on Bee Ridge and 41. Also a few slowdowns on Fruitville. I-75 looking good as we head into South County. Pretty quiet throughout that area. A little congestion as you get off of the 681 bypass over towards 41. Other than that, no accidents across the Suncoast this morning. In this hour's Health Smart, bad news, guys, your biological clock is ticking just as well.
Doctors have known that as long as a woman's chance of having a child drops as she gets older, now that men can also be affected by age. That's according to a new study out of Harvard Medical School. The incidence of live birth declines significantly as men grow older. The study found that women under 30 have 73% success rate if their partners were between 30 and 35. Women 30 to 40 years old whose partners were between 30 and 35 still only have a 54% chance of getting pregnant.
And a new study shows prolonged breastfeeding ups a child's risk of severe dental cavities by the time they're 5. To investigate the effect of prolonged breastfeeding on children's teeth, researchers at the University of Adelaide in Australia analyzed data on 1,100 children born in 2004 in Brazil, a community with a public fluoridated water supply. They found children who had breastfed for at least 2 years had a higher number of teeth that were decayed, missing, or had a filling.
In entertainment news, yesterday the internet and Malia Obama celebrated not just Independence Day, but also Malia's 19th birthday.
That's right. Former President Obama's daughter, like the rest of the family, has mostly kept a low profile since her father left office in January. But Malia is set to start college at Harvard University this upcoming fall.
It's a blast from the past. Prince and the Revolution's Purple Rain soundtrack to the hit 1984 film has re-entered the Billboard 200 album chart at number 4, thanks to the deluxe remastered reissue re-released on June 23rd. Now, the new package contains the previous versions of Purple Rain, but unleashed bonus tracks as well as rare video are also included. Warner Brothers Records says the reissue was overseen and sanctioned by Prince prior to his death last year.
And it was a working holiday for the Beach Boys last night. The All-American Band sang at the annual Capitol 4th celebration in Washington. John Stamos hosted the 37th annual concert on the U.S. Capitol's West Lawn as the group belted out 4 of their biggest hits. And I'm going to definitely have to go back and watch some of that video because the Beach Boys was one of my favorite bands as a little kid, listening to it with my grandma and my mom.
And you know what? I will admit I stayed home last night and was on the couch watching that. And
really?
I think a lot of America was.
Oh, so I'm going to have to go back and watch some of it.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll update your top local headlines.
And 2 police officers responded to holiday noise complaints, but what they did next might surprise you.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Thanks to all of you who participated in ABC7's contest with a chance to win 4 Florida resident Disney Platinum Passes plus a 4-night stay at a Walt Disney World Resort Hotel.
So now it is time for our grand prize winner announcement.
Congratulations, Larry Phillips of Sarasota. Larry, his wife Carol, and their kids Bradley and Anna won a year of magic at Walt Disney World, where dreams come true. Congratulations from ABC7.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Because my parents told me I have to be responsible.
Because my first coach told me, you can do this.
Because my boss showed me how to do a good job.
Because my teacher helped me see the choices.
I'm swimming faster than I ever dreamed.
I am a valuable employee.
I discovered that I could work as an artist.
I will be whatever I want to be.
Youth with disabilities should grow up expecting to work and succeed. For more information, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. The official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Download yours today.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Welcome back, 6:54 on your Wednesday morning. Here are some of the top stories we're following for you on the Suncoast today.
The Osprey Bridge is now open to pedestrians and bicyclists. According to city officials, Osprey Avenue between Hillview Street and Mound Street will reopen to vehicles July 14th.
And a popular seafood restaurant on Siesta Key is closed this morning after a truck smashes through its front window. It all happened yesterday morning at the Lobster Pot restaurant. Troopers say a man lost control of his pickup truck and went straight into the front of the building.
And a new internal medicine practice will finally open in the community of Newtown in Sarasota today. The grand opening for Sarasota Memorial Internal Medicine is set for 1 p.m. with full primary and preventative care for 18 and older.
Taking a look at traffic this morning, State Road 64 seeing an increase in traffic heading east and westbound. Also State Road 70 as you're heading towards 301. I-75 and 41 looking good though in Manatee County. Looks like some slowdowns on 41 heading north and southbound on that area. Also there is Bee Ridge Road, a partially blocked road at Tuttle Avenue, so keep an eye out for that if you usually take that route. And as we head into South County, a few slowdowns as you head into Osprey. Other than that, looking pretty good on Wednesday morning. John?
Weather today about like it was yesterday. Maybe a few more showers around. Rain chances go up dramatically by the time we hit the weekend.
All All right, finally this morning, North Carolina police officers took a moment to cool down at a neighborhood 4th of July celebration yesterday. Take a look. A group of Asheville residents built this huge slip and slide for their kids and also some adults to enjoy. Well, neighbors contacted police to complain about it blocking off a portion of the road, but when the police arrived, they ended up joining in on the fun. Police told the group that since vehicles could still safely get by, they would not issue any citations. That sounds kind of fun. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Let them have some fun and stay cool.
Best neighborhood ever.
Right. Good to see it.
All right. Stick around. Good Morning America is coming up next.
Have a great day.